man. Don't let that man win.
Don't
I'm
let that
sorry.
man win.
I'm sorry.
You don't
I'm
like Bernie
sorry, guys,
Sanders?
but no, it's not that I don't like him. It's just that, like I said, when you understand what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of realize like, oh shit, like all the things that can go wrong.
Well, the thing is that a lot of people don't understand why Bernie Sanders is, or why he's kind of like
Yeah.
bad thing, a bad candidate for president. Do you know why he's a bad candidate for president? Or,
I understand like where he's coming from and what he wants to do, and I can see why his profile is attractive to people. Obviously, yeah, like you want someone who cares about the people and all that, but you gotta think realistically. Like there's more than just like the social. There's also the economic,
yeah,
and like, I honestly don't believe he'd be too good for our economy.
yeah, he's a socialist. He identifies as a democratic socialist. But as socialism has proved in the past, it's never worked.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, it's good to look out for people,
Yeah,
but
definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can see why his profile, at a glance, is attractive. But if you break down numbers, he's.
it's because what he's trying to do is increment
Yeah.
tax rates for people in the 1% to above, way more above than where it is now, which right now it is above 50%. So anyone making above the marginal tax rate is getting taxed more than 50% of their total income. I mean, not the total income, but after that,
Yeah.
that marginal rate.
Yeah, and we've talked about this, like increasing taxes on the rich, like,
Yeah.
like what is it really gonna do?
Yeah.
You know?
Because increasing tax rates on the rich is supposed to give back to people in the country, right? That's what it's supposed to do. It sounds like a wonderful plan. You take more money from where people have it the most and you bring it back to where people don't have it the most. But if you really look at the economic side of this, it doesn't really benefit the economy as a total, like in general. The GDP of the United States will probably not be any better with a socialist president. If anything, it'd be better with a Republican president. That's why people point to Reagan, like during his
Yeah.
campaign and during his presidency in the 1980s, because the economy was never better than during Ronald Reagan's time. And he was a Republican. He
Sure.
did cut the taxes on the rich, and I mean, it did something for the economy. But I mean, if you look at what Bernie Sanders is trying to do, he's trying to first of all, he's trying to, like I said, increase the tax on the rich, and this is gonna fund social programs. And another thing that he's also preaching is paying women equal to men.
Man.
And I've talked about that before. The reason why women are portrayed as this oppressed group through statistics that suggest that they're getting paid less than men is because they usually tend to take different job occupations, and they usually tend to get less hours because of maternal leave or whatever, And the reason that they choose lower paying jobs is because sometimes they're not fit for jobs like that men are fit for, like construction or like firefighting or police officers. I'm not saying I am, because people are gonna bash on me for saying this shit.
It's not even about being fit or being able to. It's just that they prefer to take a different path, definitely you can do it. You can get into it, but they prefer not to because, they're educated.
Yeah. Women, they can go into the police force. My girlfriend's a criminal justice major. She wants to be a police officer, so she could do that if she wants to. Women are in the firefighting force, but there, as you can tell just through visuals, there are far less women doing that.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan said it best. Not the reason why all women can't do men's jobs is because not all men can do men's jobs.
That's true.
And I completely agree with him, man. I can't be a fucking
true,
firefighter. I'm not fit for a construction worker. I do fucking work out, but I don't think I could put up that much weight or doing all that
those
rigorous
hours are
stuff.
long.
Oh yeah, man. Definitely. You gotta give it.
Conditions are bad.
You gotta give it up to them. They do crazy ass. They have a crazy ass work ethic.
Mhm.
So that's the reason why women get paid less. It's not really because they're getting paid less in a certain job occupation. It's because when you look at the statistic, they're not considering, like I said, job hours, occupation, different stuff like that. And Bernie Sanders is gonna create quotas to distribute to women money unequally. He wants to set up some kind of system where they pay women more than men.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's fair,
I think he's just kind of riding that social movement more than anything. It's the same thing with Trump. Like a lot of the shit he said, it was just kind of like to get, like the momentum going.
That's true.
Like get people talking. Like, oh, like what does this mean? Like what does this mean? Like he bring up issues that are currently happening. Like he claims that he like cut employment rates to like, I don't know. I'm not even sure exactly where the percentage is now, but you know how easy it is to cut the fucking unemployment rate? It's not hard at all. The thing that you should be looking for is how happy people are doing what they're doing,
You think so?
Because you can give everybody a job, but that doesn't mean they're going to be happy, That's not going to increase productivity.
Man, how do you make people happy?
That's the thing, man. Like, you can't make everybody happy.
Well, there was a study done. I forgot who were the guys who did this study, but they were conducting a study where people tend to be happier in their job if they have a say in how that like company or corporation works. So if you have a
if
big,
they feel they matter.
yeah, then that's a worker co-op. People that have an equal say or share in a company are gonna feel better about themselves, And but what do you think about that? You think that everyone should have a say in every single job, like equal to one another, so that there's no main boss, or do you feel that there should be a boss and there should be a hierarchical system in every job occupation?
Not every job occupation, but most, I feel like you need like someone that's assigned to kind of tell other people what to do.
That's exactly what I said before.
I feel like there's people who can get stuff done on their own, and there's people that kind of need that push, that motivation.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily about being bossed around. It's just that they need that direction, that motivation, someone telling them like, oh, giving them an incentive to continue doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, some people take on jobs that they don't care about doing, but they continue to do it because there's a certain incentive that's keeping them there most of the time,
Yeah. It's
like,
hard to tell what would work and what wouldn't, because it's all speculation right now.
Like, oh my bad. But I feel like a lot of it, or a good example would be like police, military. I feel like a lot of people join for the benefits.
Like the 401k,
The Camaros.
the Camaros, dude. There was a lot of recruiters coming to our high schools talking about Camaros. They're like, listen, man, if you go to the military for this amount of time,
It's in the package.
you will come out with a fucking Camaro and a sniper rifle.
It's part of the package.
It's
huh?
part of the fucking
You choose
package.
a Challenger or a Camaro.
Look, man, they give you an option. You either come out with a Camaro and a sniper rifle, or a Challenger
An
and
M16.
and an M16. But you get to pick. And the recruiters, the way they work is,
oh man,
it's
the same thing as a pyramid scheme.
It's
man.
the same thing. The same. I don't know. When you talk to people that are part of a group, like, I don't know. There's this like, what would you call it? Like an aggressiveness toward recruiting you.
It's kind of like a guilt trip in a way.
Yeah. How so though?
Like, I'll be walking around, and like even on campus, like there'll be like recruiters on there.
Yeah.
And I went once to like a little booth that they had.
Yeah.
Just find out more. Air Force. I was thinking like, damn, like if I do anything like this, it's probably gonna be the Air Force,
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people say that, like they always go for like the highest, like
Yeah.
like I guess ranking or highest ranking like branches.
Yeah. Me and Damien and Gio. Gio's actually in the military. When we went to go sign up, because we actually went to go sign up at an army.
Or to take the, what is it called?
Some test.
AB something.
Yeah, there's this test you gotta take to see whether or not you're fit to be in the army, like a written, an actual test.
Or your rank, like what jobs you're qualified for.
Yeah. So me and Damien went to go sign up and do this test, and we went to the office, the army office or whatever. What would you call that? The recruiter's office.
Recruitment office.
So we got there, and the people bought us pizza. They had cake, man. They were trying to
Yeah, like forget. They were trying to kind of distract you from what was actually going on.
No, they literally ordered us pizza. They're like, "Hey, you guys hungry, man? We got pizza next door. We'll order you guys some pizza, this and that." So they ordered the pizza. They brought us the pizza. They were talking to us, and they were like, "Oh, this is all the benefits you could get from the army. You're gonna get paid this much."